Hi, my name is Raquel, and I'm going to be demonstrating in this video the correct procedures for hand hygiene and garbing according to NAPRA's model standards for non-hazardous sterile compounding. Proper aseptic technique is crucial for minimizing contamination risk in the compounding area. So first you want to make sure that you remove any earrings or any jewelry of any kind that you might have on, watches. So before entering the ante room, you want to ensure it's all off. They can harbor microorganisms and interfere with effective hand hygiene and garbing. So next you want to put on shoe covers without touching the floor. You want to put them on here. They're on before entering the ante room to avoid bringing outside contaminants into a clean space. Okay, next you want to put on a hair cover. So you want it to cover your ears and any exposed hairs or any, if you happen to have a beard, there's beard covers. So you'll make sure all the hairs are in. Okay, and then next you want to put on a mask. You want it to cover your nose and your ears. You want to make sure it's on your mask snugly. So you want to cover both the nose and mouth, reducing the risk of microbial shedding from the respiratory tract. You would see me with a beard cover if I had a beard. So next you're going to move to hand washing in the sink. I wouldn't normally grab my phone like this, but I need to change the viewpoint here. Okay, so next I'm going to move to hand washing. So how I begin the hand washing procedure, I'll wet my hands. I want to put it on warm water, not hot, not cold. As I'm wetting my hands, I want to keep my hands facing up. I want to apply some microbial soap. This will be my microbial soap. You want to wash your hands for at least 30 seconds. Or while you have a nail pick, you can do all of your nails while running it under the water. You want to remove any debris under the nails that might be left there, so you want to make sure you get every nail. You want to wash your hands and forearms up to the elbow with soap and water. We'll just take our microbial soap. And first you want to do palms and the backs of your hands. Use the interlocking. And then you want to put the tips on the palms of your hands. Get your fingertips on the opposite hand. And when you're washing up to the forearms, you want to start at the wrist in circular motions down to the elbow, ensuring that your fingertips stay pointing up and that you don't go backwards, going over an area that's already been cleaned. Once you have done the same for both arms, you want to rinse your arms under the water with fingers pointing upward, making sure not to touch the tap or you'll have to restart the process. So once you're done with that, you can grab a lint-free towel and use that to cut off the tap without touching it, just to avoid having to start the process all over again. And then when we're drying, you just want to pat starting at the fingers, just like you would be washing, going downwards. Making sure to get little areas. And you can dispose of that and use a new towel for the next arm. Starting up at the fingers and just patting your way down. Then you want to take your alcohol-based hand rub. This will be my alcohol-based hand rub. And you'll squirt it into the palm of one hand. And then you want to take your fingers of your other hand and just put them in the palm of that hand. And do the same procedure going downwards with the alcohol. So you want to cover the forearm of the opposite hand with the alcohol until it is evaporated. Once it's evaporated, you will do the same to the opposite. You'll squirt it in the hand. Put the fingertips in the palm. And then work your way back down the arm on the opposite side as well. Once you have the whole arm covered and you wait for it to evaporate, then you're ready to don your gown, which I already got ready beforehand so that you don't have to touch the outside of the gown. So just getting my arms in the gown that was prepared prior to. I'm going to tie it around my neck. Then you want to, after you're done tying it, you want to use the alcohol-based sanitizer. And then you want to take the alcohol, squirt it into the hands. Make sure you rub the hands with the alcohol base again. Cover all the surface of the hands and allow it to evaporate. Then you're ready to put on your gloves, which I have right here. Making sure not to touch the outer portion, but the cuff. So you will put the glove on, and then using the sterile glove, you can then touch the outside of the next one. So without touching the outside of this glove with this hand, I will put this on. Making sure to cover the cuffs of the gown. And then once you're done doing that, you can then grab your alcohol-based sanitizer and squirt a bit more. You want to sanitize the gloves. Then you have to allow the gloves to dry thoroughly before proceeding. You do want to inspect the gloves for any tears, holes, punctures. just to make sure that you don't have to do the process again. And now you are ready to enter the compound area. Thank you for watching my video.